Hey everybody, the nightly vid's coming out a little late, so let's get started and get it over with as quick as we can. Today we did see some interesting stuff. We had the kicking pattern on the SPY and Qs, which you're going to see in a second here. But the interesting thing was we really didn't see anything else firm up. A lot, like there was some communications, which we had on the inside bar lists, and there was some tech and some discretionary, but everything else was down, which was the interesting thing. So if we go and just take a look here, market view on the day. So you're going to see SPY and Qs, they jam the highs, right? 2-2 reversal, bang. These two bars outside of that on SPY, these two bars outside of that on Qs. Dow Jones, not so much, right? 2 down day. IBM did go slight poke up, but then went red. Still red on the week, so they're having some issues. And they sold the VIX off. So, you know, interesting, everything firmed up in here, but financials go inside. Real estate's down, healthcare's down, biotech's down. Right, Apple had some profit taken, might turn into 2-2 tomorrow, which could be an issue. Regional banks inside with the financials, KBE inside, IYZ, which is your communications, semis go inside, right? Tech firmed up, industrials 2 up but red, energy's still 2 down, OIH 2 up, XOP 2 up, so a little bit of conflict in there. We'll see what happens. Materials inside, right? So you've got some specific stuff in the tech and pretty much just the big names like Meta, you had the inside day, and they had a pretty nice move off of that, about $10. Microsoft went up, Google had a nice move in here from the gap list just right off the rip in the morning, right? And there's some other tech and whatnot we were watching, but it's just not everything. So there's still a lot of things being sold in the market, which is an interesting thing to see. And that pretty much just tells us rotation. So it's not market crash, but you know, it's not the strongest move up today with kind of lackluster, a lot of things up, a lot of things down. Regardless though, going into tomorrow, obviously, we will have some financials inside, so that's going to be on the list tonight, as well as the banks within the financials. You can be watching Apple on the shooter. We'll see if they go after Google again or not. And we'll, you know, long green bars at the gappers. And then home builders and industrials can also be the 2-2s back down potentially. And, you know, who's to say SPY can't go back down tomorrow too? If they open weaker tomorrow morning, we'll see. That being said, inside days, you're going to have a lot of financials here, SoFi. So you can see I'm marking out the tops, but either side of that gets our attention. Above 16 or below 15, 16. If we go to Goldman Sachs, again, you can see I'm marking out the highs, but either side of that will get our attention. If this fails, let's say it breaks up and starts rev stratting, still an inside week down, right? So we can hit it both ways if that's a failure. FSLY, this one's more preferred on the downside. So if there is weakness, you might get the PMG of these guys. Good for small account guys and gals. MongoDB from the gappers list, you can see the 2-2 on the gap down. Momentum shooter measured move below this, 295.21. And, you know, we'd love to see that. Get some movement, go for an outside month. If we go to team, again, you're going to see marking out the highs, but either side of that gets our attention. Still an inside week, so we'd prefer that be a buy just because of that. On a quarterly basis, we are going into the recent highs here, so we'll be aware of that exhaustion risk. But since we're pulling off the highs at this inside day, we don't have to worry about it until we're up into here, 287, if things firm up. And then we'll have a ton of tech. QCOM, you see inside day, and again, up or down. If we go MU, inside day, all the chips, ADI inside day, AMAT inside day with the week down and the quarter down, NVIDIA 3-1 day, a little bit of a chop shop in there still, TXN inside day, all right, 2 up in red quarter, 2 down on the month, so you prefer it down, but it looks closer to 2 up. And TSM inside day, still 2 up quarter, double inside month, inside week, so they're chopping them up a little bit. But all the semis, including the SMH, are doing that. And then the last one in here, we'll have Hood in the financials inside day, setting up. And all right. Outside of that, I really don't got too much to tell you guys about. If you want to play home builders with the 2-2s, right, and it's going to be all the ones we've already talked about. PHM, which was down today, still going for the outside quarter. TOL was down today, all right. We go DHI, was down today. If we go to KBH, was down today. So all the home builders, which is your strat attack type stuff on the downside. Actually, not strat attack, macro video, my bad. on the downside, you can see months and down. So KBH takes a month and down from the macro. Bottom right, TOL 2 month PMG down, the macro PHM 312 down month, potential 3/4 down, all that stuff. So you'll have the 2 in there, and that tells you what Home Depot, which went 3, we go Lowe's went 3. So it's like, what home builders are there that are 2 up today? Not many of them. So not quite sure. I was hoping Home Depot and Lowe's were still inside days because they opened inside and they're in there this morning. But let me do a scan quick and I'll be right back. All right. So it looks like there's a few in there. So when we take a look at XHB, it's interesting. There's some things that I'm confused on why it would be a home builders, but regardless, okay. Top holding OC, you see potentially a 222 back down. This one's still green on the quarter though. If we go to Williams Sonoma, which again, I'm like, why is that a home builder? I couldn't tell you. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong Sonoma. But regardless, you can see it's a 2 up. So not many signals there. Johnson Controls, JCI, it's a 2 up. TT, Mother Bar, Home Depot, we already looked at. Linux, you can see it's a 2 up. So not really many setups in there. What we'd say is, a lot of those home building companies, the ones we already have gone through, they're weak. And then there's some of the leaders that are strong, which gives you the XHB where it's 2 up but reds, because you have a lot of 2s down, but you also have some 2s up. That being said, though, we'll see. I'm not going to be a big focus tomorrow because of that. Just lacking signals setting up for us. But that being said, that's all I've got for you guys tonight. We'll see what we got in the gappers in the morning. Hopefully you guys had a good trading day. All the inside days were good, and all the kicking patterns, SPY and Qs, very good. So adios. See you guys then. Have a good rest of your night.